Anitra, are you ready for something new? Are you ready for something fast? Are you ready for something wild?
This is a snap review for Something Wild, a card game for 2 to 4 players from Disney and Funko Games. The box says it's suitable for ages 6 and up, and it plays in about 15 minutes. It's got this cute little character right here. He's so cute.
Let's hop right into the art on this one. There's a bunch of different versions of Something Wild, and each one is themed around a Disney character.
Or a Disney-owned character.
Something like that. This one right here, we've got the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie set, but there's a huge variety from cartoon villains to Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, more. They're all illustrated in this distinctive Funko Pop style.
Each set comes with one of these little minifigures and 2 types of cards. Character cards and power cards.
The character cards are the main playing cards numbered 1 through 9 in 5 brightly colored suits. Each number depicts a different character, but the characters don't really matter. It's just the number in the suit.
All the power cards, on the other hand, depict the main character of the set, on the back and on the front. They show the suit down here at the bottom. The rest of the card is devoted to large icons depicting a unique power that players can use during the game.
Talking about those powers, let's talk about the mechanics and how you actually play Something Wild.
Every player starts with a hand of 3 cards. Put the character deck, the pop figure, and a face-up power card on the table.
On your turn, you draw the top card from the deck and play a card from your hand into the area in front of you, your tableau.
Then, if you played a card that matches either the suit of the current power card or has the little figure icon on it, take the pop figure.
If you have the figure in front of you, you may use a power card, either the one at the center of the table or any one that you have personally scored.
Speaking of scoring, let's talk about how you score.
If you have a set of 3 identical numbers in any suits, or a run of 3 numbers in numerical order, all in the same suit, then you score. Discard those 3 cards, take the current face-up power card from the center of the table as a reward, and put a new power card in the middle of the table.
If you're able to use a power card as part of your turn, it may help you achieve a set or a run for scoring.
This power, for example, makes 8s work for any color. However, this power allows you to treat yellow cards as any number in order to make a set.
If you didn't score this turn, check the area in front of you and make sure that it's still at 5 or fewer cards. If you have 6 or 7 cards, you're going to need to discard to get back down to 5.
First person to collect 3 power cards wins the game. So Anitra, what did we expect from Something Wild?
I'd seen these boxes around for a year or two, and I love the idea of a simple family card game with these cute characters.
I'm a cute character.
Yes, you are. I thought it would play a little bit like Uno or Zeus on the Loose, playing cards out into the center and then stealing the character with certain kinds of plays.
For me, the 6+ on the box told me that this was going to be simple, and the set collection made me think of, classic card games.
But I was really surprised. This was actually a set collection rummy kind of a card game. That was not what I was expecting at all. As we played through the game, one person usually pulled ahead quickly, but eventually everyone else caught up. Every game we played, most players already had 2 power cards when someone finally got a 3rd one.
The randomness in this game is a lot like what you find when you play games with a classic deck of cards. In fact, other than the power cards, it pretty much is a classic deck of cards. That randomness makes the game usually balance out pretty naturally, but even though it's nicely balanced, we didn't have a lot of fun. It feels like something is missing, either more choice or more luck, something like that. As it is, you just play out your cards and hope you can use a power when it might do you some good, maybe if you get lucky. There's just not a lot of decisions to make because there's no shifting around of cards as you play the game.
With 10 different power cards in the box, we assumed this would add some variety to our games, but even here it felt very samey. Most of these powers, at least the ones in this set, are focused on making cards wild or redefining what kind of sets you can score. We did find 2 powers that have a chance to make other players discard, and 2 that let you draw and play an extra card on your turn. But all of these are pretty limited in how and when you can use them.
One thing I do think would add interest is combining multiple decks together, which is something the game does actually support. In those cases, you're going to need to have the correct character in front of you to use a certain power card because they are related to the character. That could definitely mix it up, and a larger deck means you could probably add a couple more players to the game if you wanted to.
Sure.
So, Anitra, do we recommend Something Wild?
I don't think we can recommend this game for families like ours who play a lot of games. You're gonna want more than what's in this box. But it's a great step up from classic card games for families who play a lot of those games now, like Rummy or Uno or Go Fish. This game will feel just a tiny bit more complicated than those. Your choices on each turn are always very limited, and there's just a little bit of interaction between players.
So, Anitra, what are we going to rate Something Wild from Funko?
We're going to rate it 2.5 Mickeys out of 5.
And that's Something Wild
In a snap.
Are you going to roll your eyes at me when I say Something Wild?
No, because I'm going to be like...
Okay.